Alright, let us talk about the incoming regulations. 2026 regulations. Oh boy, the teams are really adamant about not wanting to run these regulations. Now they're saying it's 10 seconds a lap slower in the simulations and what have you. Look, if that's the case, it's probably problematic, to be frank about it. 10 seconds a lap slower is a lot, but it shouldn't be 10 seconds a lap slower. I can't see where that comes from. Maybe, I suppose, because the power delivery ratios between the internal combustion unit and the hybrid systems are shifting. What's it going to be? Is it going to be 40-60 or 30-70, something like that? 30% power comes from the ICU, 70% comes from the battery and hybrid systems. That's very ambitious by F1. I'm not sure they'll be able to execute on that specifically, but the teams aren't necessarily talking about that. That's not what they're necessarily talking about, which is a funny one. They're just saying, oh, lap times are going to be 10 seconds down. Maximilian talking about some details about, oh, we're going to have to downshift on the straight or what have you. Okay. Alright. I don't necessarily care about none of that. Seriously. There's a thing, if none of the teams want to run the regulations, I actually want to see the regulations more now. I really want to see. If none of the teams are happy about the suggested regulations, oh, I wish we were in Max Mosley era. I'll tell you what, that little closeted Nazi over there, allegedly. But I wish we were in the Max Mosley era, because he'd just do the autocratic thing and say, yeah, okay, if none of you want this, then this is what we're running. This is the way it has to be. If everyone is equally disgruntled by the new regulations, that's the one we gotta run. But now the teams have too much power. Now they're all trying to talk down these regulations, get the people on their side against the FIA specifically. And there's something real desperate about the teams all talking about the new regulations. There's something real desperate about it. I mean, let's be frank. Okay, the cars come out and they're 10 seconds a lap slower. By the end of the first season, they have probably gained 2 seconds on that lap time. By the end of the second season, they've probably gained another 2 seconds. Third season, fourth season, fifth season. Oh, look, they're as fast as current cars. Current cars, by the way, have gained. They're faster than the 2021 cars right now, at least in quali spec. They're faster than the 2021 cars. funny little world, F1, isn't it? Progress is relentless. Some people might ponder, why are they slowing down the cars? It's not even that why are they, I let it slip out there. They have to slow down the cars. Always, or else the cars are gonna outgrow the circuits and they're gonna have to axe, I don't know, something like 70% of the calendar or something. Or a whole lot of circuits are gonna have to spend some money to upgrade their circuit venues. So none of that's gonna happen really. They slow down the cars because the cars become too fast for the circuits if you just let them keep developing. You see, even in my ideal world where I would mandate that current regulations are to be run until 2032, that would be problematic. Because then very quickly give it 2 more seasons and the cars will be too fast for many of the circuits that they would be going to. They would absolutely be too fast to be raced safely at Montreal, for instance. They would be too fast to be raced safely at Jeddah. Goodness me. It'd be too fast for a lot of circuits. Probably can't go Melbourne. Monaco will still make the calendar because it's such a slow circuit as it is. Yeah, you'd find a lot of circuits having to be axed from the calendar or having to make circuit renovations. Even Silverstone would have to make some circuit renovations. Even Catalonia would have to make some circuit renovations. So this is why they slow down the cars. They slow down the cars because, well, they always have to slow down the cars. Always. And the teams will gain any of that performance that gets taken away from them. They always gain it back. 10 seconds? 10 seconds would give a lot of room for development, I suppose. Maybe too much room. Oh, but if the teams framed it that way, that there's too much headroom for development, someone could come out with a genius concept and they would be ahead of the pack for 4 seasons. Even though it's not really supposed to be possible right now, but they would be ahead of the pack for a long time. Are they doing some secret hoodoo voodoo with the Activera or something? You see, I can't buy the 10 seconds a lap slower thing. I can't buy it. Something has to be up with the power units for that to actually make sense. Some devil in the detail that hasn't come out yet. I.e., you can't actually recover enough energy to run the engines like that, something like that. But something would have to come out because they're gonna have Active Aero, so you're gonna be able to run higher downforce than you should be able to, and you get on the straights and you get to peel away all that downforce. The Active Aero, by the way, that's the FIA making a concession that they can't police the flappy wings. They can't police the flexible wings. They just can't. Oh, we're going to put a new stress test on the wing. We're going to add 100 kilos to it or something. It's not going to do nothing, mate. It's not going to do nothing. The teams will beat that new test, and come free practice, you get the wing cam, and all the wings will be will be doing the flexy thing. So the FIA is having to make a concession on all of that with this Active Aero thing. They really are. They really are. They're saying we cannot police this thing. The teams are too smart for us, so we're just gonna. Here you go. Everyone gets to have the full flappy wings outfit now. That's all. That's all there is to say about the Active Aero. But really, with the Active Aero, I don't understand how we get to 10 seconds a lap slower. I really don't. Because logically, you'll be able to run higher downforce than usual, because you're going to peel away all that downforce on the straights. Unless it's mandated where X mode is allowed, or what have you, where attack mode is allowed and you're allowed to flatten the wings. Unless that's heavily mandated and it's just like 1 or 2 straights on any given circuit, then I might see it happening. But even then, the teams aren't going to run. The teams aren't going to run high downforce levels like that, if that's how things are going to be. So yeah, there's a lot of details that none of these teams are talking about if we're going to say, oh, the cars are 10 seconds a lap slow. There's a lot of details that aren't being talked about. Too many. Tells me they have some ulterior motives. But anyway, that should be the video. Yeah, that should be the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Peace.